What do you think they do?
I think they avoid it.
I think a lot of them do too.
They avoid it.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, welcome to Contract Under. Sorry, let's do it again. Under Contract Live. Okay.
Cheers. So what did you think, by the way, about the wings here at Bootleggers?
The wings here were actually good. They were better than I expected them to be.
I never had them. They were off the chain.
Yeah, they were good. They were really good.
Bootleggers here. Have you been here to the one in Riverview and kind of borders right where Riverview and Tampa connect?
I've never been here, but yes, this is a good place to stop in. Great drink.
Right.
So yeah, I'm good with this.
Very cool. Very cool. So I was thinking about this upcoming closing, and I saw something kind of relevant in a recent post where realtors were kind of going back and forth about should a buyer's agent and a seller's agent be paid the same thing. And this closing that's coming up, actually for us, because we co-listed it, right?
Right.
Thank you, by the way.
Thank you.
But we're getting 3.5% on one side,
right?
And the buyer's agent's getting 2.5%. So it's gonna be very interesting to see how they respond when they see it at closing.
What I think about that, I feel like if you're on the seller side and you're the day that you get with your client and you sign that agreement, you're spending money. So you have to get the photographer. You're gonna have to do the open houses, but you have to pay out the materials and get that.
Yep.
So to get a little bit more on the seller side, I think it kind of like compensate or balance it out of the money that the seller agent have to spend to get it sold.
Yeah, I don't disagree. And the thing is that when I think also when I'm representing a buyer and I'm on the other side of this, right? And it comes closing time, and if I see a higher commission on the seller side, I totally respect that because a couple of reasons. One is that when I found it on the MLS, right, when I researched it or looked or investigated as to, okay, what is the buying side commission, even potentially before you show the home, you see that, right?
Already.
So you're in agreement already. Like if you go show the home to a client, you're in agreement, which by the way, I also don't believe you should ever discount a home or not show a home, no matter what the commission is. I don't care if it was 0%. You should still show it to your client.
Right.
Hey folks, Brian Kennedy here, President and owner of Statewide Mortgage and proud sponsor of Under Contract Live. We specialize in no income, no employment loan products for all types of buyers. We truly are the realtor's broker. So give us a call at 727-797-0300.
Because it could be the perfect fit.
Most of the time it is.
Yeah, but the craziness was the bouncing back and forth. Now, I will say that most of the comments I read by agents were favorable to the selling side being okay with getting a little bit more.
Which is great because on the buyer side, I've been on both sides. So with the buyer side, you're right. Like, we find on the MLS, but sometimes the client finds it as well. And then we're just going to show the home and making sure that's a great fit for the client, but there's really nothing coming out of my pocket to do so. Yeah. So it's a win-win for both if you just take out the commission part and just do what you have to do for your client.
Do commissions even matter when it comes to a buyer?
It should be, to a buyer, it shouldn't just be like, I'm finding my client the right home. That's
because what if it's the perfect home and it pays 1%, or if it's the perfect home and it pays 5%?
Right.
It's really irrelevant.
It's really relevant.
I think the only time, maybe the only exception is when you've maybe are obligated. I don't know if I'd say obligated, but you have offered in some way to rebate or to help the buyer with maybe closing costs. Maybe you're working with a buyer that doesn't have all the money up front that they might need to close.
Right.
And you've decided, okay, yeah, look, I'm gonna try to help you out and give you $3,000 or $4,000 or even $5,000 towards closing. Then I could kind of see that a commission you at least have to know going in so that you know if you can mathematically pull it off. That
makes sense as well. So you have to see both sides, but on the commission side, on the buyer side, I feel like 1%, 2% is better than no percent. So that's
true. Plus, that's what it leads to, right?
Yes.
So even when we talk about listing and we go in and I'm a big advocate, you know this already, of going for 7, right? Going for 7%.
Yes.
And really addressing that in a way where, hey, yes, I'm 1% more than most agents, right?
Right.
That way we're being protective of our ethics and things like that. But at the same time, it kind of implies we're selling only 1% higher, right? versus 7 sounds like a big number, but when you kind of proactively address it, like, hey, we're going to be about 1% more in most cases. I think that when you negotiate that up front, I think that as a seller's agent, because other people aren't doing it, it's not, you don't see it a lot, you know, where you see a commission that overall that's 7%. I think that the not only entrepreneurship, but and I also believe, by the way, you can't present that unless you really feel you have that value. Like you're going to make a difference in the outcome. It's actually going to cost less to the seller, even though they're paying more commission. I always say, don't invest in the commission, invest in the outcome.
That's what it's all about. You pick your agent, so you pick the outcome. It was what I always
I love that.
So yeah,
that's a quote right there, baby.
So it all makes sense.
Pick your agent, and pick your outcome.
Yeah, you pick your agent, you pick your outcome.
I love it.
That's how that basically works. So if you get with the right agent, you will get the outcome that you're looking for, based on not what they charge you, but basically what they bring into the table.
I
1000%
agree. I think that most agents miss that. I hope that they capture that, you know, from watching today. But very cool. Great point.
Hello, Rich Saltzman here, broker owner of Brightway Insurance, the Saltzman Agencies, and proud sponsor of Under Contract Live. In this home insurance market, your consumers need expert advice to get you to the closing table. Call us at 727-581-4200, option 1.
So let's turn it around. So what about the buyer's agent? Okay, we touched on it a little bit, but what about the buyer's agent that, okay, I've got a buyer, and now I'm going to line up 3 or 4 homes today to show them, or next week, or Saturday, or whatever it is, right? And they come across that listing that is only paying 1% or next to nothing. Do they avoid it, or do they pay it? What do you think they do?
I think they avoid it.
I think a lot of them do too.
They avoid it.
I think that's bullshit.
Yeah, I really think they avoid it. So
can we clip that out? No, wait, we're uncensored. But no, seriously, that's ridiculously wrong.
Yeah.
And I think this happens a lot in new construction when we talk about, okay, this builder pays 3%, this one's paying 2%, that one was paying 1%, whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden you're not really showing that community. I think you are absolutely stealing from the buyer.
Yeah.
If that's a fit.
If it's a fit, you're stealing from the buyer. But at the end of the day, realtors keep it real. I mean, they're there for the money. It's for the most part, it's about getting paid. But so
I think it's a mixture.
It's a mixture.
It's a good cop, bad cop.
Yeah, it is. So at 1%, most of them do get looked over.
Yeah, that's a shame, man. I can't imagine having the perfect home for my buyer and them not seeing it, or them finding out later about it. I mean, that's insane.
That is insane. That's crazy, because they're missing
Let's
out on
vow to never do that.
We can vow to never do that. We're going to show the home regardless of that 1%, 3%, because
Let's
that
hope
could be
it's 10 though.
I'm hoping we can get it at 10%. That would be perfect. But other than that, I mean, it's good to just show them all.
Yeah.
But it is a hit to the buyer when you.
Do you know what I think the most important thing in real estate is?
What's that?
I think it's the peanut butter craft beer that you can get as an agent.
I think, just be able to do some things like this on your day, on a good Saturday, and working is a good thing, to take a drink in the middle of the day.
That's obviously the glamour of it.
Yes.
But let's talk about the other side for a moment, because you've been licensed for about a year, roughly, or just shy of that, right?
Just shy of a year.
So what would you say has been the biggest struggle you saw for yourself or a newer agent?
Well, the biggest struggle is when you don't know the career that you're going and you've never been experiencing it. Mm-hmm. So it takes time to really get where you fit in at. Rather it be support from your brokerage, or the people within the brokerage.
Let me ask you this: did you have an idea when you first started? Did you have a conception? Because I did, and I know a lot of agents do. Like this idea that you're going to take your test, you're going to choose a brokerage or find a brokerage, and then it's going to be like on-the-job training all the time.
Oh yeah.
And you're just going to go with them and shadow them, and they're going to teach you all the things to do.
I really thought it was going to be that way.
Not like
yes,
that.
It's not like that at all. I thought getting that the day I signed up with the brokerage, I thought we were going in, and that next month I have a listing, and real estate goes real quick. I thought that's what
when they said I passed and got my license, I walked out. I thought the big black SUV was going to pull up.
Man.
I was going to hop in the back, and they're going to take me around to my listings and show me what to do. Right?
Yes.
Oh man, we got to wake up literally each day and create something.
It has
That's the crazy thing.
Yes.
So what do you think give me some things that you think maybe was your toughest thing, or what do you think is the most important thing now, being in it almost a year? What would you tell anyone, or say, hey, this is maybe a way to get rolling?
I would say being with the right mentor, getting the knowledge that you need, and pretty much, just like you say, getting out there and letting everybody know on top of mind that you're a real estate
How
agent.
much time would you recommend spending with the wrong mentor?
None. Run fast. I mean, as soon as you feel like that mentor is not giving you what you need, you need to get up out of there, because you need the knowledge and the ability to be able to be shown things in order to get it. Because you have to brand yourself, you have to build relationships.
And I don't think the brokerage matters. I think it's more. I mean, we're all attracted to the brokerage we're with for certain reasons.
Right.
But I don't think it matters when it comes to. I think you've got to find your home.
Yes.
You've got to find the place where things are gelling, where things are working, right? Because if you're not moving forward as an agent, even early, something is wrong.
Exactly. And just to piggyback what you said, yes, you just have to find, it's not about the brokerage, but find the right people that surround you to support you and give you the knowledge.
Your network is your net worth, right?
Yes.
The old saying.
Yes, because it's all about knowledge here and building relationships. So if you find a person that can show you how to do that, I'm pretty sure that you can be successful in real estate as long as you keep at it and not give up. So yeah.
Well, I know you're on the right path.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you too,
Let's
Dave.
end it right here.
Yes. Thank you.